with knowing whether you're a good or a bad person? Well, you're probably good and a bad person, right? Just like everybody else. And so the first thing to understand is that that's part and parcel of being human, that we're insufficient embodiments of our own ideals. And that's always the case. And even if we do progress, our ideal becomes more sophisticated. And so we still exist in a relationship of judgment with our ideal. And to some degree, that's permanent. It's just part of the condition of being human. Having said that, just like it's reasonable to assume someone's innocence before and having their guilt proved rather than the other way around, it's useful for you to reward yourself for being good on those occasions that you were good. And so that'll also help you accept yourself more completely as a good person to the degree that you are. So, when you do something good, you might try to make it a habit of noting that, maybe telling someone about it, or at least telling yourself about it, and maybe rewarding yourself in some way for it, at least by the recognition. And that then you'll come to accept yourself as a good person more easily, right? And you imagine if you had a child around you and you were trying to reward them for being a good person and also encourage them to be good, you would notice when they've done something good and tell them, and make a bit of an issue out of it. And being specific about it really helps. I noticed that when you cut up that apple, you gave a little more than half to your sister, and you didn't have to do that. That shows you're paying attention, and that's very powerful. And you can do that with yourself too. You notice when you did what you were supposed to that day, or when you did something kind for someone else, or when you did something creative that worked out, or at least when you attempted to do that, or when you managed to control a very tempting bad habit. It's very hard to learn to reward yourself properly for proper action, but it's very much worth doing, and it will spill into your relationships with other people. And so you treat yourself like someone you're trying to do the best for. It's hard to do that because you're acutely aware of your own faults, let's say, but you don't want to dispense with your virtues.